Anyone please tell me the page number of Mr. Lamb? I am old, you are young, you have got a burn face. I have got a tin leg, not important. You are standing there, I am sitting here, where is the difference, right? So like we were studying about Derry and Mr. Lamb. Mr. Lamb is guiding Derry at this moment, because Derry is, you know, as we have studied, Derry's face, half of the face was burnt in an acid attack. So because of that, you know, he was in depression. He was not coming out of that situation also. And here Mr. Lamb is trying hard in order to help him out to have a positive thinking. So he says that fine, the difference between you and me, he said that we are not same. So he said, yeah, that's true. I am very old person. You are young. You are young. Second thing is you have got a burn face, and you are also like physically handicapped. Some problem is there in your body. I have got a tin leg. That is also not important. But what is important is you are standing there. You are able to walk. You are able to roam around. You are able to enjoy. You can go here and there also. Fine. You are able to enjoy your life. And so I am sitting here. I cannot do my work by myself. You know, I am dependent upon you or somebody else. So you are not dependent. Fine. Yeah, I have. Yes, got it. Fine. So yeah, what happened? So he said that fine, you can stand on your own feet and you are able to enjoy your life. That is the best thing. You know, that is a blessing. And we do not realize the importance of any particular thing. That is also the feature. We are not able to realize the importance of a thing until and unless that is taken away from us. As he is not having the leg, so that is why he is realizing that if he would also have the leg, then he would also be able to stand on his own feet. He could pluck the flowers also, he without any help also, but that is not happening. So now why you have got a tin leg? Now he asked the question, like what happened with you? Why you have got such a leg also? Now real one got blown off years back, Lemmy Lamb. Some kids say, haven't you heard them? You will, Lemmy Lamb. It fits, doesn't trouble me. Now he says that he had two legs earlier, but the real one, that is, you know, blown off in the war. As I told you earlier also, that he was a soldier. He was in the war front. And so because of that, there was a bomb blast and he lost his leg. And so the children coming to his garden, they started mocking at him. And they used to call him by this name, that is Lemmy Lamb. Lemmy, that he is not having one leg. So they used to address him as Lemmy Lamb. So now, haven't you heard them? So he asked, like, did you not hear, like, the children, they are coming to my garden, they call me by this? And okay, if you have not heard, then slowly and slowly you will hear Lemmy Lamb. And it fits to my situation also. So now he is, you know, not commenting that why the children, they are addressing him as Lemmy Lamb. He says that fine, it fits to my personality also. As he is having the artificial tin leg, fine, he is not having the real leg. So that is why it fits to his personality, and there is nothing wrong in that. If people are mocking at him, laughing upon him, so he is not minding that. That is the best part. And doesn't trouble me. He says that it does not trouble me. I'm not bothered also if children are mocking at me. And see what will happen. Like they are mocking, they are laughing upon him. But how long will it continue? They will stop one day. Because if you would stop reacting to negativities in life or negative people also, then what would happen? How long will they keep on mocking at you? How long they will start shouting upon you? There is every time the limit. There is every time the end of every situation. So he says that I don't mind also, and it's not at all a trouble for me also. Now, but you can put on trousers and cover it up and no one sees it. They don't have to notice and stare. There he says that fine, like you don't have the leg and children, they call you Lemmy Lamb. But if you will wear the trouser, fine. So like if you would wear the trouser, then that would hide or cover your tin leg. So in that condition, like that will not be noticed by the people and they won't stare or they won't call you. But now it is known. So there is no point in hiding, but Derry is not able to understand. And he says that you should try to hide. So now they don't have to notice and stare. Some do and some don't. They get tired of it in the end. And there's plenty of other things to stare at. Mr. Lamb says that some people comment upon him, but some don't also. some are, some consider also about his problems, so some do not comment also. And moreover, like those who have been commenting from the past many days, now they have got tired of it, because as I've just told you, like there is always a limit, so that is why those who have been telling from the past many days, now they have stopped calling him Lamey Lamb, because obviously they are tired, because he did not react to the negativities. So this is also very important. Like, for example, whenever we are in any situation, like whether we are reacting, what is our response, that is, that matters the most. Response should be there, but no reaction. Like reaction is through like activities, by doing something wrong. So a normal response should be there, and that is why like there is always a limit also. If somebody is saying wrong against you or against any person, then obviously there is a limit, and one day the person will stop. So now they get tired of it, and in the end there's plenty of other things to stare at, and finally see what happened. Like how long the people would continue to stare at you, there's always a limit. So like now they have stopped staring also, and they have stopped commenting also. Now, like my face, there he says that similar to his face also, as the people are staring at his face, they are commenting upon it, that is going on. Now Mr. Lamb, like crab apples or the weeds or a spider climbing up a silken ladder or my tall sunflowers. Like now he says that they are beautiful things. There are plenty of other things to stare at, to look upon in the nature. For example, Derry says that like my face, like people are looking at my face, fine. They are not looking, actually they are staring. So he says that there are other beautiful things. What are the other beautiful things? That these are the crab apples on which the people can cast their glance. The weeds are there. For example, a spider slowly and slowly it is climbing up the wall. That is also the people can look upon. And it is making that silken ladder, creating that net also, creating that web. Or my tall sunflowers also. So the people can cast their attention towards these beautiful things instead of looking at Mr. Lamb's still leg. Now, Derry says things. Now, this single word is there, but it matters the most. He says that things, you are taking names of all the objects. These are things. Like if you would be casting a glance towards a flower, flower will not mind you're staring at this, because it is not able to see. It is something that is non-living, fine. But if you would stare any person, then obviously the person would object. So there's a difference between things and human beings, Mr. Lamb. It's all relative, beauty and the beast. Now, Mr. Lamb again gives the explanation, like as you have said, that people can stare upon the things, but not on human beings. So now all these things are interconnected. They are relative to each other. They are related to each other. Now, what is the relation? Beauty and the beast. Now, what is that supposed to mean? When Mr. Lamb said that the connection is between beauty and the beast. Now, Derry says, like, what is the meaning? You tell me. Mr. Lamb said that, fine. If you know, because you are also a learned person, you have gone through a lot, you have suffered a lot, so you are also able to understand. So you just explain me. Derry, you need not think they haven't all told me that fairy story before. It's not what you look like, it's what you are inside that matters. So underline this statement, it's important. He says that you need not think they haven't told me. They refers to like the family members, the parents, the relatives or the friends, neighbors. So he says that I know about the realities of life. People have guided me. People have told me also many things, and I know about this fairy tale. So this Beauty and the Beast is a fairy tale. It's a story. So he says, I know about this. And what is important in this story is like what you look like. Like if you are very beautiful, that is not going to impress others. Like what is your reaction, how you behave, what you are from inside, that matters the most, right? So he said that it does not matter like if you are beautiful or ugly. What matters is your heart. If you're helping, supportive, that matters a lot. So now, and handsome is as handsome does. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. Only he would not. He would have stayed a monstrous beast. I won't change. In Ramayana, you may have studied this story and you have heard also, like there was a character in Ramayana, that is Ahilya Bai. Ahilya, fine. And she was turned to stone. She was turned to stone also because of some priest or some saints, curse. So because of that curse, she was turned into stone. And when Sri Ram, fine, he went for 14 years exile. 14 years exile. So that time, while roaming around in the forest, his feet, by chance, or you can say like it has to happen, fine, it was in the destiny, fine. So now because of that, his feet touch that stone statue of Ahilya. And then that stone statue turned into a real one. She turned into real one. Real Ahilya was standing in front of Shri Ram. And she said that it was because of the curse of a saint. Because of that, she was suffering from the past many years. And it was later on said that that Shri Ram was supposed to, give him the new life also. Here also in this story, the same thing is happening here. Like as in this story, Beauty and the Beast, there is a beautiful girl and she loved the monstrous beast. Monstrous beast, you can understand, a devilish kind of a person, fine. So she loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. So the same, like it is a fairy tale that, it happens in such stories also. It's not reality. So what happened? Like a beautiful girl, she kissed a monstrous beast, a devilish kind of a person, fine. And that devil turns into a prince also, a very handsome prince. Okay, so now this monstrous beast, he was converted into a handsome prince also because of the this beautiful girl. So only he would have stayed a monstrous beast. I won't change it. Now he said that it happened in the story. Like such things are possible in the stories. Like a beast was there and he was converted into a handsome prince. So such things happens in a story. It's not possible in realities. So he says that I won't change. It is not possible in my case also. In that way, no, you won't. Now, Mr. Lam says, yeah, in that way. If you're thinking in that way means like as your face is half burned and you would become a handsome prince, you would become beautiful, that is not possible. No, you won't. But what is the point here? He means to say, he wants to say that you should think, you should change your thinking. You should not feel bad and you should not think this thing as a curse also, because this happened by accident. Fine. So now you should talk to people. You should come closer to people. Tell them that this is an accident. Because of that, you are suffering also. It's not your problem. It's not your mistake also. Now Derry says, and no one will kiss me ever. Only my mother, and she kisses me on the other side of my face, and I don't like my mother to kiss me. She does it because she has to. Now he says one more fact also, like as his face is half burned, so nobody kisses him also, nobody loves him, only his mother. And she is kissing on the other side of the face also, which is not burned, and she has to do because she is the mother. She tries to bring her child out of this problem also. So that is why she is showering so much of love and affection to that child. So now, and she has to. So why should I like that? So he says that why this kind of behavior? Because see, this is simply, a burden for him. Because the people are showing love and, that is not the real love. They are pretending as if they love me a lot. Now I don't care if anybody ever kisses me. And he says that I do not want also in such a condition that if anybody should love me, should kiss me, because now I do not find anything wrong in that. I do not find anything good in that also, Mr. Lamb. But do you care if you never kiss them? Now Mr. Lamb says that fine, they are not kissing you. That is different thing. You also said that you do not want. But does it matter to you if you never kiss them? If you will never be able to love them, love your parents especially, because your parents have done so much for you, especially your mother also. Now, Derry says, what do you mean? Means like fine. He says that nobody is loving him, nobody is kissing him, and he's okay with that, doesn't have any problem. But Mr. Lamb said that if you will not be able to kiss them, love them, then does it matter? Derry is not able to understand. He's trying to pretend maybe. So he says, what do you want to say? I'm not able to understand, but he's smart enough. He's 14 years old, so he understands. Mr. Lamb is changing the direction so that there should be some happiness in his heart. He should also feel happy, satisfied. So Mr. Lamb said that girls, pretty girls, long hair, large eyes, people you love. For example, I am talking about the girls in your life. For example, like you are a teenager. So it could happen like after some time, you may fall in love with a girl. So in that condition, would you not like the girl should love you? Pretty girls, beautiful girls, who would let me? Not one. Now he has made up his, thinking in this manner. He says that nobody would allow me, no girl would allow me to love and like kiss. So nobody would allow me because I have such a face. Who can tell? Mr. Lamb says that who can tell? Nobody knows about what will happen next. What is in the destiny? What is in the future? Are you able to explore that? Are you able to expose that? Will it be possible for you? No, it is not possible. And this is also a fact also, like we are always making up our thoughts in such a manner, like this won't happen, that won't happen, and why would this happen? So, the negativity is especially in our minds, and that is not letting the things to happen. So if you have read the book, The Secret, it's a beautiful book, the law of attraction that is there. So it says that if you would think positive, like, yeah, definitely this has to happen. This has to happen if I am doing it with my 100%, with as my heart is pure, my intentions are very clear, and it won't happen in the case of wrong things also. That is also a fact. If you are doing right thing, you are on the right track, and your heart is pure also, no evils, no nothing wrong against anything also, then definitely that is going to happen. So he says that who can tell why you are making such thinking, such thoughts previously? I won't ever look different, because he says that I know I won't be able to look differently, because my face is same. There is no change that is going to happen. I mean, when I'm as old as you, I will look the same, because I know, like, it is not possible for me to change my face. Fine. So I will look the same as if I would reach to your age also. I'll still only have half a face, and I believe that I have only half a face, and that is also fine, of no use, because half of the face is burnt. So you will, the world won't. Now he says, when he says now that I won't ever look different, there he said, so then Mr. Lamb, he responded. He said, you will. Now, what does he mean to say you will? If it would be the regular class in school, I would have asked you people to answer. He says that, so you will. You will means, like, the important thing is you have to change your perceptions. You have to change your thoughts. If your face is half burned, that should not, and that must not affect your whole personality, because of this single thought, you are ruining your personality. You should be confident enough. You should stand up in front of the people, those who are staring, just talk to them why they are standing. Just look into their eyes also, like why they are staring. If it would have happened to them, then what would be their situation? So just he should go and talk to the people, meet with them. And this is also the fact also, if we are trying to run away from the solutions, then definitely we'll never be able to find out the solution. We have to reach to the things in order to find out the solutions. So he says that, so you will not be able to look different, because you have made this perception, and you are thinking the same thing that people think, that this is the thing that the people are thinking. So you are supposed to change your thinking, and the world won't. World is not going to change. If you expect that the people will start, will stop staring at you, will stop commenting upon you, that is not going to happen. You have to talk to them. You have to clear their thinking also. Then only the things will change. The world has got a whole face, because this world is a whole face, means this is a complete universe. N number of people are there, like, and it's not possible to reach out to each and every person also. How will you prove? How will you change their perception? So just start talking to them. Have a positive attitude. I'll still only have a half. Okay, wait a minute. So the world has got a whole face, and the world is there to be looked at. And see, there are many other things in the world, they are to be looked at. Why to look at your face? So you have to make the perceptions of the people very clear also, you know. Now, Derry, do you think this is the world, this old garden? Now he says that you are talking about this world. Your world is, he's talking to Mr. Lamb, and he says that you are talking about the whole world. And for you, what is your whole world? This complete garden? Because you are not reaching out to people. You yourself is not coming out of this garden. People are coming to your garden. The kids are coming to your garden to play. So like, do you think this is the world, this old garden? Yeah, when I'm here, when I am here, Mr. Lamb says, yeah, this is my world, because you know I'm living here, and people come to my garden, I'm enjoying, I'm talking to them, reaching out to them also. So yeah, this completes me. And not the only one, but the world. And it's not the only one that is there, you know. Not the only one means it's not the only garden, it's the whole world. Why it's the whole world? Because of people belonging to any caste, creed, people from any age also, very young, small, infant also, elderly people, they all are coming to me. So this is completing the whole world, because they are coming to me, they are approaching me, and now I have started discussing the things with them. So that is why it is my whole world, as much as anywhere also. I don't have to reach out anywhere to meet people, because they're coming to me. So that is why it's my whole world. Now, does your leg hurt you? Now he's asking the personal question. Like, fine, leave, keep aside all the human beings, this world also. Like, let me just tell me about this thing. Like, you don't have the real leg also. So because of that also, like, does it hurt you? Does it gives pain to you? Because also, like, it could be possible now, like in your heart you may be having this thinking that you don't have the leg, and the people are walking on their leg, people are enjoying dance. The name of Sudha Chandran. Sudha Chandran, do you know? A very famous Bharatnatyam dancer. And she was like, I was in 8th or 9th standard that time. And now she would be like 60, 70 in this age group. So this lady, she was a fantastic dancer. Still she is dancing in some of the other events. And you know, she met with an accident, and all of a sudden in that accident she lost her leg. And she got the operation, and she was now she's using this Jaipur foot. If you have heard about Jaipur foot, you know, like the artificial leg that is given to her. So this Jaipur foot that was transplanted there in front of the instead of that leg, and now she's able to dance, she's able to do all her things independently also. Again and again she's roaming around, she's enjoying her life also, she's not repenting, she is not cursing anyone, and she is enjoying her life because of this Jaipur food. So now he says that he is asking that, does it hurt you that you don't have this leg? Yeah, tin does not hurt, boy. He says that. Now this is also a sarcastic remark, you know. He says that tin does not hurt. He is having the artificial tin leg. Fine, this is a metal and it is not hurt because it has been fixed in his body. So he says that it does not hurt, and there's a problem, there is no problem, he's managing. But it is a sarcastic remark, there's an exclamation also. He means to say here that thin leg is there, that is not at all hurting him, that is not causing any pain. Like, what is hurting him badly is the you know, the looks from the side of the people. Though now he has stopped observing that, but earlier, you know, he was also, he used to feel bad. Now he has come out of that problem also. He's guiding this boy Derry also to come out of the problem. He's giving him the solution. He is telling him to maintain a positive attitude towards life. That is the best thing, that is the important thing only in life. So he says that tin is not hurting. What is hurting is the people's reactions, the way they stare, the way they comment also. But now that is not there in his life. He is happy because he has crossed that limit. So now he means to say to this boy, Derry, that you should also stop reacting to the responses or the comments given from the side of the people. If you would stop reacting towards negativities or negative people, automatically they would stop shouting, they would stop commenting, because now they don't have anything to be done. Because whatever they were trying to do, that is not successful. Fine, so that is very important here. So tin does not hurt a boy. When it came off, did it? There he says that when it came off means when you met with this accident, when your leg blown off, at that time, did it hurt? Yeah, he says, certainly, obviously. It's natural. I cannot say. Because at that time when he met with this accident in the bomb blast, bomb explosion, he lost his leg, obviously. There was severe pain also, obviously. So, yes. And now, I mean, where the tin stops at the top. He says that now, that time it hurt. Yeah, you are accepting. But now, does it hurt? Where the tin stops means like half of the leg is of tin. And then the natural body part is there. So he says that this part, like where the tin stops, does it hurt at the top? Now and then, yeah, sometimes occasionally it hurts in wet weather. And especially you may have heard also like from the grandparents also, like their knees, sometimes they pains during the times of the winter season or when the weather is very cold. Fine. So he says, yeah, sometimes it hurts in the wet weather, but it does not signify, but it is of no significance. It's not a very important also, because now I have stopped reacting towards the pain, the physical pain, the mental pain, and the society that is giving the pain, the human beings, those who are giving. So in this lesson, the a very important question that will come again and again, I'm telling you the points also. This is a very important question, that those people who suffer from physical disabilities, but now, you know, physical disability is not a term to be used. I am telling you to explain it. Physical disability is not to be used to such people, those who are suffering from any kind of physical problem by birth or after birth also, because of some or the other accident also. So these people, these children, they are called as specially blessed people. Specially blessed people. For example, like in Jaipur also, if you have seen in Mansarovar, there is an organization by the name Umang. Umang, there is an organization where specially blessed children, specially blessed human beings, they are there. Some or the other problem is there. Some or the other disabilities are there. They are there. And many times different celebrities keep coming, like last year, Salman Khan, he came over there in order to enjoy with the kids, and he donated also some money for this organization, that is Umang. So, you know, we are not supposed to call these people. So he says that, yeah, he is her. So the question, yeah, I was talking about the important question, that is like people with some problem, physical problems, these problems does not disturb them. They are not affected because of these physical problems, but they are very badly mentally affected because of the problems caused by the society. By talking about them, by commenting, by staring, as happened in many cases, like I told you the story of Lakshmi also. There are many girls who undergo such physical attacks, you know, such, this is an assault, you can say, not a physical attack, it is an assault. Assault means a murder of a personality, actually. It is the killing the person. By finishing the face of the person, it is killing the whole personality. The target in this kind of events, in such kinds of accident, is that the person should be ruined for life. He should not come out. He should not stand up on his feet, and the whole family has to suffer. You know, Lakshmi, her family also had to suffer a lot. They were in danger. Their lives were in danger. Many times, police personnel, they had to stand outside their home in order to protect them. It was also, warning was given to her that she would be even murdered. The person who did this, he tried to kill this girl also, but even then she was saved again and again, because God was her savior, but could not save in that situation. So that is why he says that now coming. So this is also a very important question. And if this question comes, you can quote some examples also, like as I've given you the example of Lakshmi. You can search for more examples on Google. N number of days, an organization in Lucknow also, in which just now I don't remember that name also. There are so many girls are there who have undergone such operations, such problems. And Deepika Padukone, she came there, and last year she celebrated her birthday also over there, because she has, did that movie, as I told you, like she played the role of Lakshmi. And because of that, she came to this place, Lucknow. In that organization, she celebrated her birthday in order to boost them, in order to guide them, to motivate them. So now, so she says, Mr. Lamb says that, yeah, his problem is there, the leg is there, it causes problem in the wet weather or in when the season is cold, but it is of no importance because I do not pay any attention. You know, if you will pay more attention to pain, sufferings, negativities, then obviously they will keep on increasing. But if you will say, oh, what is you, just stay away from me, I am not interested in you, then all these problems, negativities will run away from you. They will think that, yeah, this person is very bold, oh my god, I have to be away. So they will not touch you, they will not try to come closer. So for that you have to be strong. And the important thing is that don't do anything wrong, keep on walking on the right track. That is also very, very important. And so oh, that is something else. They all say, look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. Now Derry is explaining like what Mr. Lamb has just said. He say they are, that's something they all say. Means, yeah, everybody is commenting. They all say something. What they say? Look at all those people who are in pain. Like, for example, if any person is suffering or undergoing any of the other problems, so what people say or what the parents say, that please don't think too much about this problem, because there are many problems who are having many more sufferings also, and still they are not crying, still they are not suffering, still they are not complaining also. So you should, because this is a way of coming out of the problems. So now that is something else. Look at all those people who are in pain. So what people say? People say that look at the other people also, that those who are suffering, those who are in pain and brave, and they are not crying, they are not repenting, they are not complaining also against anything. Never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. And they do not, have pity for themselves. They do not have a pity for themselves also, that they are suffering, they are having any or the other problem also. So that is the best part of coming out of any problem. Mr. Lamb, I have not said it. Mr. Lamb said that I never said such a thing also, because like fine, there are different ways for different people to come out of their problems. And think of all those people worse off than you. Derry says that think of all those people worse off than you. Think you might have been blinded or born deaf, or you live in a wheelchair, or to be deaf in your head and dribble. See, as he suffered from this, and he's telling to Mr. Lamb also, like for example, he lost his real leg and now he's having the artificial leg. And this was said to Derry also, like when he was undergoing this problem, then the people, they used to come to meet him and his parents, and they used to say that, fine, in this accident, you lost only half of your face, only half of the face is burned. For example, like if it would have burned your whole body, then if you, it would have destroyed your eyes, you would have become blind, or you would have deaf. Deaf means your hearing capability have been lost, or to live in a wheelchair, you have to live in the wheelchair, your leg, still you have one leg, you're able to manage. If both the legs are not there, then you have to move through wheelchair, and to be deft in your head and dribble. Deft means foolish, or in some kind of accident, if you would have become foolish, you have lost your senses of understanding the things. Fine, so then you are out of your mind, then what would have happened? So he is telling to Mr. Lamb, and this applies to himself also. As the people coming to him, they used to comment, they used to say that, like, if this would have happened, then what? If this would have happened, then what? So you should thank God that still you are able to walk, like you have one leg. And it applies to himself also, like he's able to walk, though half of his face is burnt. His head is all right, he's smart enough to think, his ears are working, he's able to see, he can sense, he can smell, he can eat, he can walk, he can talk, he can dance, he can enjoy his life. What else? All the things are there. So all these things are blessings. What is a blessing? Blessing is like we are able to walk on our feet, we are able to talk, we are able to enjoy, see the beautiful things also. So whatever we are able to do, we should do something good through our senses. So he says that, fine, we should be happy. People say like we should be happy and satisfied with what we have, and we should thank God that we have all these things, because there are many people who do not have these things also. They're crying, they are repenting, they are, cursing, they're complaining to God also, like why they are not having such things, like whatever the problems. Now, that's not all true, and you know it. Mr. Lamb said, that's not all true. Yeah, people say, but it is not going to work out. It is not going to help us out until and unless our heart accepts it, until and unless our mind accepts it, and we would start walking on that track. If we won't walk on this path, if we won't accept like what is we have just said, I have just explained, then obviously there's no use of words. Words are mere words spoken, passed on from one person to another, and they are evaporated. And they are evaporated in the atmosphere, in the environment, until and unless we accept them. So this is happening in the universe, So he says, Mr. Lamb said, that's all not true. And you know that like whatever we are discussing, some things are correct, but some things are not acceptable also. Now, Derry is finally coming to this point. He makes a comment. He says that whatever you have said or whatever I have said, the result finally is that it is not at all going to change his face. It won't make my face change. Do you know? One day, a woman went by me in the street and I was at a bus stop. She was with another woman and she looked at me and she said, whispered, only I heard her. And she said, look at her, look at that. That is a terrible thing. That's a face only a mother could love. Now he shares an experience that he met. He says that once it so happened, like he was walking in the street and he was at the bus stop and he saw a woman, and that lady was talking to another woman, though she was whispering, talking softly, but he could hear. He was able to hear. But she was talking in such a manner that it could be overheard by him. So he heard, and what she said is like, see that terrible thing, see the terrible face of this person. And that is such a face that only a mother could love. It could not be loved by any other person. Only mother has to love, only because he is the mother's child. He is the child of her mother. That is why the mother could love, and else nobody would love, because he is looking very ugly. So we'll continue from here tomorrow. Fine. Now we have reached to the end of the class. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Hello.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we can end the class.